Love Beyond the Sky. Chapter 15. Ariana stormed into her room and sat on the bed, fuming with anger. Muttering to herself, she said furiously, "That Kian! How dare he? Who does he think he is? How could he dare plan against me and Rohan? I never want to see his face again." Just then the door creaked open. Rohan entered the room looking deeply at Ariana with concern in his eyes. He walked over and stood beside her. In a worried voice, he asked gently, "Baby, are you okay?" Ariana looked at Rohan, tears glistening in her eyes, lips trembling. She slowly held Rohan's hand. In a soft, broken voice, she said, "I'm sorry, Rohan. If I had known what Kian was planning, I would have never let him come near this house." Rohan tightened his grip on her hand and sat beside her on the bed. With a soft smile, he said, "It's okay, baby. You didn't know he'd turn out like this. But to be honest, I sensed it from day one." Ariana's eyes widened in surprise. "If you knew, why didn't you tell me?" Rohan looked down, regret heavy in his voice. "I thought maybe I was overthinking, or maybe I just didn't want to worry you." Tears welled up in Ariana's eyes again. She cupped his face with both hands and hugged him tightly. While holding him close, Ariana said firmly, "I promise, baby, nothing like this will ever happen again. That Kian will never come between us now." Elsewhere, Kian sat under a tree. His fingers gently played with the dry grass. In his hand, he held a small yellow flower, probably picked up from somewhere. He kept staring at it. Talking to himself in a sarcastic tone, he said, "Well, gotta admit, that monkey has brains. He threw me out of Ariana Mom's house so effortlessly." He chuckled bitterly. A pause followed, then he leaned his head back against the tree. In a soft, reflective tone, Kian said, "Whatever. Like it matters to me. But there's one thing I still don't get." Almost asking himself, he continued, "Are girls of this planet really this foolish?" He then looked at his hand, which was bandaged. Slowly he began unwrapping the bandage. Once it was off, no wound was visible. It had completely vanished. He recalled the moment when Ariana, full of concern, held his hand and wrapped it carefully with the bandage. A small smile appeared on his face, innocent, a little emotional, a little helpless. But suddenly, he heard her harsh words echoing in his mind. "I don't even want to see your face." His smile disappeared instantly. His face turned hard. Anger clouded his eyes. He took a deep breath, clenched his fists tightly, and spoke in a low, firm voice. "I'm leaving tonight, for good." Meanwhile, at Neelam's house, she sat in the corner of the sofa. Her eyes were swollen red, and her face bore the signs of fear and defeat. Her sister-in-law Ruby sat beside her, trying to calm her down. Crying, Neelam spoke in a shaky voice, "Did you see Didi? That girl Ariana got Raghav arrested, and her boyfriend ruined my husband." Ruby replied in a calm but firm voice, "Neelam, don't worry. Abhay has gone, hasn't he? He'll get Raghav Paya out of jail." Neelam just nodded, tears still flowing from her eyes. Suddenly the sound of fast footsteps approached. Along with that, a conversation on the phone could be heard. Abhay was speaking on the phone, angry but composed. "Yes, don't worry about the money. Just get my brother out of jail as soon as possible." With that, he hung up. He walked into the room, his face showing a mix of concern, rage, and cunning. He sat on the opposite sofa. Ruby asked anxiously, "What's going on? When will Paya be released?" Abhay took a deep breath and closed his eyes in thought. Then, in a serious tone, he said, "Raghav has an attempt to murder charge. Twice. Getting him out won't be easy." Neelam started sobbing again. Abhay snapped, "What's the point of crying now? Who told you both to go make a scene at Ariana's office? You tried to attack her not once but twice and failed both times." Neelam sobbed, her voice choked with desperation. "What else could I have done? Mum transferred the entire property to Ariana's name. We've been left with nothing. We had no other option." Abhay rubbed his forehead in frustration. Then, with a slow and sharp tone, he said, "Everything has a method, Neelam. You don't just go charging in. You plan. You use your brain. Raghav only has anger. I expected a bit of intelligence from you." Neelam fell silent, her eyes dropping to the floor in guilt. Softly she said, "I understand what you're saying, Bhai Sahab, but please, get Raghav out of jail, at any cost." Abhay stood up thoughtfully and walked toward the window as if cooking up something big. With a cunning smile, he said slowly, "Yes, I'll do something. And don't worry, Roy Enterprise will be ours. Very soon." As he said this, a sly smirk spread across Abhay's face. "Aunt, what plan is Abhay hatching to snatch Roy Enterprise from Ariana? And will Kian really leave forever? To find out, stay tuned. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated.